recorded live at the TBCN studios in Tampa, Florida, presenting the Bill Sefekar / American Dreamer Show, starring Bill Sefekar.
And with his co-host and tech assistant par excellence, John Trackman.
Yes, I wear many hats.
And he's the man of many talents, too.
Yes, many, many talents.
All right, well.
One of them is patience, is one of my talents.
And he's very virtuous.
Yeah.
Well.
Is it hot in here?
It's hot things are coming your way here, bud man. But we're going to do it anyway, right? I mean, We persevere.
What's going on? So, when was the last American Dreamer podcast that we did together?
It was Friday the 13th on 2020, and we were getting ready for the onslaught of COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And I had pretty much knew from my analytical curiosity, because I was teaching that day around that time. And
March 13th, right?
Well, it was the 12th. It was the Thursday.
Yeah.
And then and I told the kids and I shared stuff with them about what was happening. I remember I had a letter from a woman in Italy that said, foreboding, you people in Europe and the United States, you're about 3 weeks behind us.
Yeah, and they were right.
And they were right. And I told the kids they were going on spring break. This is middle school. And I said, sayonara, we ain't going to be back.
The president at the time didn't listen. Oh, did I get political? I'm sorry, I won't do that.
I can't smack your face because I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't need to, and I can't reach you. But no, that's definitely a political commentary.
We're not getting political.
No.
Not this show.
Apolitical.
We're apolitical. Will we get political in any of our shows here?
Always.
Okay.
And we had James to give us a balance of James Worley, who did our technical producing and directing.
I think I'm familiar with him.
Oh, yes. So I just want to...
Is he listening, you think?
We'll let him. We'll make sure. He sends me all kinds of stuff. Right. I'll return the favor.
Yeah.
So I want to start something off, and I want to capture the moment, John.
Capture the moment, okay.
This is an old Pointers song. Remember the Pointer Sisters?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Thanks for the background.
Lose control, and I think I like it.
This means so much to me, buddy.
I thought you were going to do We Are Family.
Well, that's cool because we are family. When you go back 20 years,
what
over
else is
20
there?
years.
Automatic.
I knew we'd get into the musical interlude.
They did a couple covers too.
Oh Lord, I do a lot of covers on my YouTube channel, Mr. Bill's Adventures.
You do all covers.
I have one song called The Dolphin Wanderer.
Oh, that's right, The Dolphin Wanderer.
Oh, it's about the CMA.
Actually, I saw your friends, the Dolphins, in Felipe Park in Safety Harbor.
Did you say hi, Randy?
I didn't know his
Rudolph and Frankie?
Yeah, I didn't know his name. I didn't know their names. How many of them are there? I saw 2.
I've had 6 or 7 at 4 different occasions.
Are you sure there's 6 or 7, or they're the same dolphins?
No, they're not the same.
No, you can tell the difference between them.
Yeah,
they have different markings and whatnot.
Well, one comes up and personally.
Well, tell the audience a little bit about the dolphins and your interactions with them.
Well, you're ready for this, buddy man. About 4 years ago, I had knee problems, which I'll mention to you. I had a knee brace for my. I have a cartilage, and my knees had worn out from tennis and biking and stuff. So I went to this hanger clinic that was recommended by my orthopedic specialist. And as I'm leaving the clinic, and I had been fitted for this knee brace, I see 2 posters. One was...
I know where this is going.
You do?
I think.
All right. this hanger clinics in Sarasota were the ones that fitted Winter's tail
Uh-huh.
for the Winters for their prosthetic tail. And I was meeting with the people at Clearwater Marine Aquarium about a week later. And I went down, so I said, I see the poster with Harry Connick Jr., Morgan Freeman, and then the doctors that did the prosthetic uh, fin or whatever they call the tail. And then 2 days later, I was down at Felipe Park. It was my first encounter. So I was well armed. Could you imagine of all the clinics, this was the one that did the prosthetic tail.
Wow, how about that?
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I've had over the last 3 or 4 years, and one young woman, very endearing. She was about 16, 17. She filmed the dolphin coming alongside of me, John. I was strapped over the seawall. It's on my YouTube channel. I said, Bill Sefekar. And the dolphin acknowledged me when it passed by. It splashed and it frolicked.
He acknowledged you.
Yes.
He knew you were there.
He heard me.
You were playing guitar.
I had my guitar and you could hear it. So anyway, so these are just some of the things that have been happening, John.
You're trying to tell me that the dolphins recognize your music. They hear it and they like it and they come flocking. All 6 of them.
No, that's a term for birds.
Schooling?
Podding, that's what a pod is,
Yeah.
a dolphin. Well, let me tell you, it's on tape, buddy, man. It's on tape. 3 weeks ago, well, now it's a month ago.
Tape?
On my video on YouTube, and I think I
recorded it.
Yeah. There was an Indian family from India, and they were there, and I gave him my camera, my phone, and he videotaped it. And the dolphins, there were 3 dolphins right up against the seawall, splashing and frolicking. Yeah. And he says to me, and I'm singing, he says, they really like your music. And I'm playing. So he said it again.
So you have at least 3 fans.
Oh, at least. He said, they really like your music. And I said, oh, yeah. But I had performed at Clearwater Marine Aquarium for a couple of their dolphins in the morning.
Wait a minute. You performed at Clearwater Marine Aquarium to the dolphins?
Yes.
Was there anybody else in the audience?
Well,
no.
But you see, what happened was the director of production.
Is it a performance if no human is there?
And they heard it, and yes, it's that because it's on video. So what happened was, it's so cute, John. These dolphins are so smart. The handlers were supposed to be there and help me. I was going to record one of my songs, like Calypso, about the dolphins, but they weren't there. So when the dolphins saw me, they thought I was bringing their breakfast.
Oh, you fooled them.
I didn't tell them I was going to bring their breakfast. They thought I was, and they performed all their tricks. They were jumping out of the water, and I had my camera going. So that's on my YouTube channel. And Rudy was there. And it was a beautiful experience.
Did you get any video of Winter? Winter's the one that died, right?
Yes. I had a couple of years when I was visiting there. I'm a lifetime member of the Clearwater Marine Aquarium.
Oh, you are?
Because I bought.
How come you never took me? I would like to go.
Well, let's go. You can bring Stephanie and whatever.
Yeah, I would love to go.
Okay, it's because I bought and sold 2 sailboats. So they made me a lifetime member. And the last sailboat was so cool.
And as a lifetime member, you can bring guests?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, I would like to go.
Okay, we can do that. And we can do video. Maybe we can do down there,
Of course, yeah.
Okay, but
I know you're going to make me work for it if you take me.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. So what was so cute about it was that the sailboat I bought was called Mon Ami, which means my friend in French.
I was going to say, what language is that?
Yeah, and it was owned by the former Dunedin mayor, Tom somebody. And what was so cute is when I go sailing and everybody see the boat, they'd be yelling, "Hey, Tom, hi, Mayor."
Ah, that's funny. They thought you were the mayor, which you kind of are.
Mayor of what? We'll figure that out.
Mayor of McCheese or something. I don't know.
I will come up with a better name, John. Of all I purvey. All right. So one thing that we talked about the podcast, and I did perform 40 podcasts with you.
Was it that many?
Yes. Yes.
It seemed like, for how long? Like over a
Two,
year.
2.5 years.
God, was it that long? It seemed like forever.
We started in like August of 18, and then we went to March of 2020 with James Worley at the controls.
If there was no COVID, I wonder how long we would have went.
That's a very good question. I think you guys were sort of mellowing in and maybe saying, well, maybe, hey, this COVID should do the job.
Thank goodness for COVID, or we would still be doing it.
But, I did 10 more.
Well, we had a nice little break.
Oh, it was, and I did 10 of my own, which you kept critiquing and to the negative.
Sorry.
And
am I a negative person?
No. You are straight shooter, John.
I'm a straight shooter.
Yes.
If it's bad, I'll tell you it's bad.
And I know being a straight shooter, when you're shooting at blanks, I got to duck because I know what you're up against. Yeah, you're going to tell the truth. But so what has happened, John? In the last year, I had this knee operation. A knee replacement.
There wasn't just arthroscopic. You had the whole thing replaced.
I have a titanium plate. August 17th. That's like, you know what that is? Like about almost a month from, we're July 19th.
Oh, so it's been almost a year?
And it's a miracle upon miracles. And I had on my left knee, and the right knee was supposed to be operated on. But I think it got scared.
Oh, it's better now?
The doctor said I don't need the right knee because I think the right knee said, I don't want to have to go do this crap.
Yeah.
And so I healed really quick. In 2 or 3 weeks, I was driving because it was the left knee. So you don't use that for, braking and the gas pedal.
True, yeah.
So, and then I started physical therapy, PT Solutions up there in Citrus Park.
Oh, are they giving you, are they a sponsor?
They're going to be.
They don't know it
they
yet.
Better. No, they're really good people.
Okay.
And I recommend them highly. And even after the progress was definitely quite a difference. And I've been playing pickleball.
Pickleball's becoming really popular now.
Oh, I recommend it highly. It was a good entree.
No, this pickleball is without a table, right? It's
There's a net.
It's a net.
It's smaller.
It's like tennis. It's like you take ping pong and tennis and you combine it into a smaller court.
Yes, and there's not a lot of running, and it's like a wiffle ball. You remember we used to play with wiffle ball and the paddle.
Yeah.
And it's very social. There's a lot of people. You play doubles, and I play at the West Chase Rec Center, and they're really very accommodating. And then with Dr. Norman. Remember Rob Norman?
Of course.
He's helped me on we're playing tennis. I'm actually, which, John, it's a miracle because I never even thought I'd buy another pair of tennis.
Oh, for your knees? So with your knees fixed, you can play again.
Oh, it's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Wonders and wonders, miracles, miracles. Da, 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 da. That's from Fiddler.
No wonder I don't know it.
So, the cartilage is healed, and I'm back to teaching at least once a week.
You back to teaching what?
At least once a week.
Oh, they said Italy once a week.
I'd like to go there. I'll teach them. I'll teach them American. Is that a language?
Yeah, I guess. Well, there's when you select your language, there's British English and American English. It's like two different languages, I guess.
Oh. I've been talking American English, and I didn't know it.
You're definitely talking American English.
No one understands.
New York.
New Yorkese.
New York.
And you know that because you're from New Jersey, so you talk New Jerseyese. Yes. So I have really gone into a new phase because I'm starting to write my third book.
Oh, no.
John, don't laugh because it worked for me. And you don't know, it might work for you.
Has it though? What's worked for you?
Well, um, my exercise regimen,
Okay.
and I do my push-ups and sit-ups.
You're in pretty good shape, but I've watched you do push-ups. I don't know if you say you're doing 100, I would say
I do
I
1,300.
would you do 1,300 push-ups.
Well, 2 sets of 600. But people look at it and they say those are leg thrusts.
Yeah.
Because what happens?
But it's more than I do, so I'll give
and
you
100
credit.
sit-ups. The sit-ups are really important once you
Yeah.
reach 50. And the thing is, John, I've done 1 million push-ups in my life. So
You sure?
when I used to do them really good, but my shoulders and my neck are so compact from all that. They always ask me when I go for an X-ray, chest X-ray, neck. They said, "Do you play football?" Because it's so compact on my knee, my neck, and that's over the years, so hundreds. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm still working out, and that's the key, and I recommend to everybody. There was something on my Facebook account, William Sefekar's Facebook, not Bill Sefekar, William.
And is Bill Sefekar somebody else?
Huh?
Is Bill Sefekar somebody else?
There's nobody else.
There's not another Bill.
No.
So William Sefekar and Bill Sefekar are the same person.
And who's
as far as Facebook is concerned?
Yes, and
because there's like 10, 20, 30 people with my name, believe it or not. Wow. Imposters they are.
They're not the original.
But there's only one John the Track.
Yes. Man. See, so it says who's disguised as Bill Sefekar? William Sefekar. Anyway.
William Sefekar doesn't flow off the tongue as well as
doesn't.
Bill Sefekar.
No.
Mr. Bill.
I was named after my grandfather on my mother's side.
Oh, interesting.
William.
How come your dad didn't name you Joe?
Because my mother wanted, in our tradition, we named it after a relative that sort of passed on, so that his memory is continued.
Okay.
And so that worked that out, and so I have. We were talking about books. It worked for me.
Yeah, I know. I kind
of. You were steering me away.
I steer you away from a lot
but people want to know that the name of this book has the number 4 in it.
Oh, and I think I know why.
Could you tell me why? I don't know. I just think I told you.
I don't know. Was there somebody else with that same title?
Well, yes, but I didn't know that, John. I didn't. And thanks to you, which is one of my songs on my playlist.
You have a song you wrote about me?
Well, it was John Denver's Thanks to You.
Okay, never mind.
Thanks to you, the child inside me lives again. Thanks to you, I have found a peace within.
I don't know that song.
Nobody knows. I know where.
You do a lot of songs that nobody knows.
Well, they're so wonderful. It's on my CD. I'm going to show you a copy. I'm glad you mentioned it. I know where I'm going and what I want to do. Thanks to you. This is my CD, and you can tell you always were so good at that, John.
Bill Sefekar Experience. Hope, Heartlight, and Healing with Joy.
And this is a picture of the cover.
And the label. And can we download this on Amazon Music?
I would love to.
You would love to, but you can't.
Well, it doesn't cost them anything.
So how do people get a copy of your CD?
They can call me. Oh, no. Well, let me try to make it easy.
What do you want them to call you?
Bill Sefekar.
Okay.
Bill Sefekar. No, we can work out a way, John, because you are so technical.
How much are they?
They can send whatever they want. It's.
I'm just trying to generate some funding here.
Well, but it's a gray area. I can't. These are other people's, like Neil Diamond and John Denver.
Right. They're cover. It's all covers.
Yes.
But it's the Sefekar experience, so
Bill
it's your
Sefekar.
version of.
Yes.
For instance, and if I could, having listened to it, I actually did listen to it. The Sweet Caroline was kind of redone for 2020, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Neil Diamond's. This was for the COVID problems, and it says, Sweet Caroline.
Bum, bum, bum.
Good times never seem so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I've been inclined
bum, bum, bum.
to believe they never would or should, or hands, touching hands.
No, you didn't say touching hands. You said washing hands.
I know,
Yeah.
reaching out.
Don't touch me. I won't touch you. That was the COVID version, yeah.
Hands, washing hands, reaching out. Don't touch me. I won't touch you.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, that's just a teaser.
That's a teaser. So yeah, find a way to download Bill's music.
All right, I just want to share that I'll work with the people on there. But it says the songs on this CD are a sampling of a lifetime of my searching and finding paths to new horizons. That search culminated in over 110 music selections on the Bill Sefekar American Dreamer YouTube channel, which promotes positiveness, mindfulness, and giving back. I hope the meaning you derive from hearing them is even half the satisfaction of what I derive from playing them. Would love to hear from you. So we'll give them that opportunity.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So, but John, music, and you know it meant a lot to me, but you cannot imagine growing up and my mother, God bless her, blessed memory, she would have the hit parade of the songs that were popular in the 50s.
Okay.
And in my book, The American Dreamer, Look into the Life of My Father, I have pictures of this hit parade because we have dozens of these, of the songs that were hit. Oh, my papa. And there's the Italian one. Amore. Da, da. So anyway, so I got into the music flow, and I have over 130 guitar books, song books, and other stacks of music.
130?
130.
You know, you could download them all probably somewhere.
Now 3-4 years later, you just Google them and get this music. But when we do our video recordings,
coming soon, and YouTube channel coming soon. Although this will probably get uploaded to YouTube as well.
Yes, right? yes. John,
are we going to be live on YouTube or?
Yes, whatever you say.
Whatever I say.
No word. I'm in your. He's got the whole world in his hands.
I got the podcast in my hands.
Yeah. Now this is so amazing because what I was just going to refer to, John, is this very popular NBC series was called. It was about 2 or 3 years ago. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh.
And I was watching this with a friend of mine who was also musically inclined. And it's a weird, bizarre, supernatural thing. She's had these migraine headaches, Zoe, and she's in San Francisco. That's where she lives, doing working with the Google, kind of outfits in there, the programming and coding. So she's having an MRI, and there was a hurricane. We have hurricane. It was an earthquake.
Okay.
And the guy that was doing the MRI screening, he had his playlist going while she's getting her MRI. So these songs and the strange things were transferred, and she could listen to songs, and it would project on what the problems of these people, her loved ones, her coworkers, friends, and she would have to help solve these problems. And her father was going through a life-ending kind of thing, and to deal with that. It was so powerful. And all these songs, and I wound up getting a couple of 3 or 4 songs from all the songs. And my friend says, that's Bill, that's you. Because I come up with a song just like what we're doing now.
Right.
And I have this song that is so amazing. The song that I'm going to be recording 2-track. And you remember it. It's called Drift Away, Dobie Gray. Day after day, I'm more confused.
Drift away?
Yes.
Give me. I thought
drift
it was
away.
Give me the people.
That's part of it.
Oh, that's it.
Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain.
Let's get to the chorus.
Give me the beat, boys, and feed my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the beat, and it goes on because all this stuff is beginning to think I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside.
That song's about you, Bill.
This is Billy's extraordinary playlist. That was one of the songs. To be continued.
To be continued.
Okay, brother man. All right, so good things are happening, John. I am so fortunate, so blessed. People come in my life, and I try to give back, and I have a debt of gratitude.
Hey, speaking of giving back,
how much do I owe you?
Well, you don't owe me anything, but
I have a check.
Let's reflect a little bit on why we're here and how we got here, and
yes.
maybe give us a few some props to Tampa Bay Community Network, right?
Props.
Why is it so hard to say? Props.
What am I doing?
It's not a hard word.
No, it's not. But what does it mean?
Give props.
Yeah.
To honor.
Oh, you're talking about giving them kudos.
Kudos. Yes.
Yes.
Props.
That's what.
Kudos.
Props. I thought I'm giving you maybe one of my guitars.
No, not an actual prop like.
Oh no, you deserve better, John. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Back to the future.
Back to the. Okay.
Whatever. If we start.
I actually watched that the other day.
Oh, it's a
classic.
It is a classic.
Never gets old.
Well, we're classics, John, because 24 years. I know. I don't mean it in the. We're not oldies, but the whole. What is that? Oldie.
Oldies but goodies.
Yeah, we're goodies.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened is, back in the late. It's 25 years ago.
Oh, you're going way back now.
With Antonio, who's now director here at the
executive director of Tampa Bay Community Network. That's what you call giving props.
We go back.
Little plug.
No, this is from the heart, John.
Yeah.
Let's get this straight. I owe people big time. I did a show. It's called B'nai B'rith Presents Jewish Life in Tampa Bay, and you helped me in Pinellas.
I did.
And then over in Tampa.
Yep.
And I did it for 13 years. Well, I had a
wow. Seemed like.
Well, for the people that were doing the producing. Oh, God in heaven.
You were producing the show before I even got there.
Yes.
Yeah.
173 shows, John. B'nai B'rith Present. And I have something that one of the people, and I should have brought it with me, and I don't have the time to.
Give me the people.
Free my soul. It's these people. Listen to this, John. This is, and when I read this to you next time, I will paraphrase it. So I had recorded the shows in Pinellas and in Tampa, and Antonio was
talking about public access television.
TV. Yes,
yeah, back
America.
in the day.
It was B'nai B'rith Presents Jewish Life in Tampa Bay, and it was about intergenerational observance. We had political figures on the show. Elie Wiesel was on the show 3 times. He was a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, and I recorded it. So anyway, this fellow John Moeller did camera work.
Oh yeah,
he was a big, tall guy.
Yeah, I remember him.
And it was so endearing. He was about 6'3". He worked at what is the engineering that the space things that keeps starts with an H.
We're gonna play Hangman now with
no. Anyway, he if I remember, I'll just jump in with that. But he was doing the engineering stuff. Then he retired. Then he worked at public access, but he also became a clown. You know,
literally or figuratively.
Yes, and he looked like a clown. He had 2 teeth and straggly hair, and his feet were so big he didn't need clown feet. And with a red nose, he didn't even need a red. So anyway, he worked with all these clowns in Ruskin and Sarasota.
And he worked with you.
And he worked with me. And one of the things that he had, remember Uncle Milty? He had a picture with him and Uncle Milty at Ruth Eckerd Hall, which my dad helped build when he was the chief finance officer. Anyway, John did camera work for me.
I did not know that.
And I'm still friends with him. He's helped me. He's so endearing. And he wrote me a beautiful letter that I wouldn't do justice to it unless I had it in front of me. I just got it yesterday, John. And he knew about my going to Felipe Park with the dolphins.
Oh, he's keeping up with your adventures.
Yes, yeah. Adventures. And he said he wrote a song that was called The Dolphin Jamboree. But he said, Bill, that's not, you need to write the song. So he tore it up because he said, this is a special thing that you have, that the dolphins can come up to you. And as I told you, John, you asked me if they really understand. Well, 3 weeks ago when I was there, and these Indian family from India, they were there and they were enjoying it, and the kids liked.
Not affiliated with the Indian burial ground on Felipe Park. 2 different types of Indians.
Oh yeah, this one's like about 12,000 miles away, New Delhi.
Sorry.
So he recorded it for me while I was playing, and I think I mentioned it. He said, they really like your music.
The Dolphins like your music.
And I'm playing, and then he said, they really like your music. I said, oh yeah, they really like my music. So that's why he wrote this letter, and it was very endearing. So could you imagine to keep friends throughout the time and places? It's so important, and we have friends that go back and forth. You remember my friend Buzzer Bob?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Buzzer Bill, and you're Buzzer John. And we go back since 3rd grade and 7 years old. And he was the one that bequeathed the name Joe Baby, which is on page 126 in American Dreamer. I was supposed to bring that book in.
The American Dreamer book on sale now on Amazon.
Yeah, and to check with me, you can you can get it with the signed inscription.
Oh, you don't see, if you get it from Amazon, you don't get it signed.
I don't think so.
Unless you stop by Bill's house.
Yes.
Or the TBCN studios here in Tampa, Florida.
Yes.
I see. That's what you call another plug.
Oh, we got a plug. I told you, John, we got to get pictures and show people.
Sure,
this is a real live.
This is a real television studio.
Oh, man, it's the best thing going I have for me.
2 to 5 channels, depending on where you are.
Well, we're going to be right here. That's depending right here where we are. And so I wanted to share something with you, because the next broadcast, we're going to be video and cameras and stuff.
Allegedly.
Sounds like that doesn't sound so good. Allegedly, they use that with someone that does something, a criminal.
Right.
He's allegedly responsible for all this crazy stuff. Anyway, but on page 400 of the book, American Dreamer, there's a reference to a quote that my dad had that I said I had to put in the book. It's called, and how much time do we have, John?
We are 33 minutes into the podcast.
Okay. We got about
a little over halfway.
Good, I like that. Got plenty of stuff going on. So anyway, my dad always collected stuff. God bless him. He had stuff and he saved it. That's the thing, from the war, from his childhood, building Ruth Eckerd Hall. It's the second most popular museum in Washington on the Mall, because it's next to the Air and Space Museum, which is the most. And he was the administrator for that. And then Ruth Eckerd Hall here in Pinellas County, the chief finance officer. So he collected everything, so endearing. This thing was a quote by George Bernard Shaw. It's called Man versus Superman. And I'm going to paraphrase this because, as I said, I don't do it justice. And then when we get together next time. But he says, I don't want to be a clod. I don't want to be complaining and always saying, well, things didn't work out. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the best I can. Sounded like an Army commercial.
Yeah. Be all you can be.
Army recruitment. But anyway, he says, I'm going to leave it all on the table. says it's going to be a candle burning right when I go out, and I'm going to leave it for the next generation.
How about that?
This is my dad,
Yeah.
dozens of dozens. That's why I want to be able, when I go to teach and there's some kind of inspiration or motivation, there's always something. And there's one thing I'm going to bring in the next few episodes we have called How to Reach the Magic Number. And my dad didn't put the magic number in. He left the magic number for everybody to put their own magic number. So when I'm teaching, like elementary school, their magic number is middle school.
Yeah.
Middle school, they want to have a driver's license,
Right.
And high school, they want to go out and have
They want to
fun.
go to college.
Yes, yes.
And college.
So-
yeah, it's funny how youngsters, I can always remember wanting to be older, and then once you get there, you wish
I want to go back.
You want to go back to high school, yeah.
And for the older people, we have our own little magic numbers. But there were 7 things, and I'll share this with you at our up and coming. One like patience and forgiveness, learn how to forgive and compromise, and a sense of humor. And the last 2 I tell them are the most endearing and encompassing is have dreams. Don't forget your dreams. And the last one is let love take precedence over hate.
Don't let hate win.
No, it's too much of that. And I think maybe we'll post that, maybe upload it on next. We have an opportunity.
Sure.
So my writings, John, I'm so fortunate. Well, and I have so much to say, and I go off in different directions. And that.
I'm here to keep you on track.
You have to. I'm going to show you something.
There's a reason why they call me the track man.
Oh, I like that.
You on track.
I like that. Is so cool. Yes, I wish I had that name, but no, I couldn't qualify. I'm off track.
You're off track. OTB.
Off track Bill.
Off track Bill. That's your new nickname.
Hey, we just got a bump from that. Okay.
OTB.
All right, buddy. So,
wow, we could be like a dynamic duo. Track
we've
man
done it. We've done
OTB.
it. We have been. That's why we're here. The good Lord brought us back. He was enjoying so much. We were together. Yay!
Yay!
So anyway, in 1960s, my dad had a booklet on Write Like You Speak. Now that might not apply to me, but it said keep it simple, Smarty.
Yeah.
And I put that in the book excerpts, so most of that booklet, and it's helped me. So the thing about it is that I am trying to write things, and it comes to my mind, and it overflows. and so I'm working on getting things in order. And I've been so fortunate because people that have helped me along the way. And it's important to give back. It's important to give back. And one of the things that I am doing on that with the libraries. So this 3rd book that I'm working on, it worked for me. I'm going to show you something on our next broadcast I mentioned to you about General Colin Powell.
Yeah.
He had the same book title.
It worked for me.
Yes, but he wrote the FOR.
Yeah.
And in our studio, John, you set that in motion because it was in February, about 3 years ago, and he had that accident at going to Walter Reed Army Hospital. His car had a flat or whatever, and it was an Army veteran, Afghan Army veteran, that helped him fix his tire. But that would have been enough of a human interest story, except this Army vet lost both his legs in the campaign.
Yeah.
And he's still helping the general. I said, well, I got to check into that. That's one of the things my dad always investigate, curiosity. Whatever kills the cat, satisfaction brings him back. Anyway, so I checked into it. And I see he had a bestseller, New York Times bestseller. It worked for me. I already had the blog post. I already had posted.
You're trying to say you thought of it, the title before he did?
I had, well, I wouldn't say before because he wrote it.
Yeah.
I was just
Before
starting.
you knew about it.
Before I knew about it, I had the domain name.
Oh.
It worked for me with the number 4.
Yeah.
I said, this is too much. And this is part of my do life. Yes, yes, yes. So I sent the general my 2 books. My first book, which I'll show you next time, Light, Courage, and Hope, that I worked with the Holocaust survivor. I wrote it. And then my dad's book. And then some of the manuscript. Some of the manuscript from it worked for me. I had 2 or 3 chapters. And I told you my 2 alter egos. You don't remember.
I don't remember. Who are your alter egos?
Dennis the Menace.
Oh.
And Peter Pan.
Those are your alter egos for the book?
For my life.
Yeah.
My mother didn't want to have, she wanted to have any more kids because she said I was too much, and she had my dad working. My heart goes out to single parent families, mostly mothers. Have to raise kids. And my mother wasn't going to have any more kids. She said it's just too much.
She broke the mold after you.
Well, they told her. They said, Thelma, that's my mother's name, blessed memory, said it's 1 in 14 million chance you're going to have another one like this guy. She shows a pretty good odds. So 5 years later, she had my sister, Bonnie Landau. Mm-hmm. She was the angel, I told you.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. You know how you had siblings, right? You have a brother
and a sister.
Yeah. They kick you under the table, and then you retaliate. And like in football, you get the penalty.
Right.
The flag. So this is but she's dear. She's a dear. And she's celebrating her 49th wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow.
With Lee Landau on August 3rd. So that's right around the corner.
Yeah. We'll have to have a big party for them at 50.
Oh, yes. For my folks who had a beautiful 50th anniversary, we went on a cruise. My folks took us on a cruise.
Oh, to the destination.
Yes,
it was destination.
And I never been on a cruise before. It was a 7-day to the Western. It was the closest Western Caribbean.
Cozumel and Grand Cayman.
Yes, exactamente. Yeah. Yes, and so what I remember about it, I started, and I'm going to share some things about this too, because I have some quotes from Albert Einstein. But I do some amateur astronomy. Yes.
You have that telescope.
And we're going to get it set up, and can we record something at night?
I don't see why not.
All right, some stars, and I'm going to do some astro.
Of course, the lights we use will probably disturb the...
Well, I'll get some pictures from the Webb telescope. We'll sort of interlace it with that. But anyway, what I remember about that was their 50th anniversary in 1992, because they were married January 3rd, 1942. Some amazing stuff there. My dad still had pictures of the receipts and pictures of their hotel where they had their honeymoon in Miami, and the hotel room from the Pennsylvania Hotel in New York City on January 3rd. Could you imagine? That's in the book. Anyway, but what I remember is I first started my astronomy, and we had a star party at theirs up there in Brooksville, and I brought my telescope, and it was so much fun. And then we went on the cruise about 2 days later. So I have a lot of very fine...
You didn't bring your telescope on the cruise?
I have brought my telescope on. It have a small one.
A smaller version.
Yeah, and this one you can put like on a tripod.
What a perfect place to stargaze out at sea, right? It's so dark and...
Well...
Although this ship puts off a lot of light.
It would still be good. Yeah. But what I've done in 3 times is a Southern Cross Star Party down in Key West. Southern Cross Star Party is out of Southern.
Can you see the Southern Cross from Key West?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you had to be in Australia.
No. John is so phenomenal. I have to.
There's the Crosby, Stills, Nash song.
That's a cover. I did a cover of that. You got to go on there, please, so you can tell people.
The Southern Cross for the first time.
I did that. Oh, and Jimmy Buffett, I do a couple of.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, and you know what I did when I recorded that? I hit the guitar face to get that. Please watch after. That's your homework assignment.
Watch your version of
and
I
see. And I'm wearing an ultrasonic shirt that sort of glows in the dark. And the words are so. And music is her name. I've lost everything, and that really reflects on it. So. And I had to do that song. So the point is that for a week, John, you're it's a Girl Scout camp that's closed, and it's the new moon in February. So they're not there. And they had over 250 telescopes.
Oh, wow.
And 500 people. And you can't keep your light on. No lights on after dusk.
Right.
Or they kick your butt out of there. And you have these red reflectors on everything, even your car.
Yeah.
And these are serious astronomers. And I did this three times for a week. And you're in like one of these lean-to things for the girl. And then after you're up all night watching all these stars and galaxies, then you go into Key West and you go down to, see her.
When do you sleep?
Not much.
No.
Not much. So anyway, I'm going to share some of that stuff with you because
you sleep in the afternoon because it's so hot.
There's a song when I come across these songs, John, and I want people to appreciate it. This song is an old James Taylor, "Sunny Skies." Now it's from his first time. Sunny skies sleeps in the morning.
I don't know that one.
Nobody knows it. I had a song. I have a song, and I had a T-shirt that I put on. It had Sunny. Doesn't know when to ride.
Bill,
okay,
Bill, you do a lot of research. You're like, what is a song that nobody knows? Let me do it.
I have these songs. Oh, let me tell you this beautiful story. This woman that I have her book. I wanted to show you the one that takes photography. That you have a friend in Jersey you wanted to hook up.
The film photography project.
Well, you're going to call because I have her. She does amazing stuff. She was at. What I've been going to is these local author inviting, authors night, local authors night. And I was at Oldsmar, and I'm going to Palm Harbor soon. And at the Town and Country Library, they did a beautiful thing for me. I've been to their author night. So her name is Elizabeth Hubert. And she took some really wonderful pictures at the Oldsmar authors night. And I posted them on my YouTube and Facebook. So she told me about this book, and I was supposed to have it here.
But you don't have it.
No, it's here, but it's somewhere.
There's a book somewhere, but it's not here.
What it is John.
Other than snacks, maybe.
Oh, guess what?
Do you have any snacks, by the way?
Oh, I have some snacks. I have plenty of
snacks. What do you got in your bag of tricks there?
Oh, here, open these up, John. These are the lights. These are blueberries, so they're healthy. They're small.
Okay,
they're very small.
All right. What else you got there? What's that kind bar?
Oh, have that.
Oh, that's what I want.
All right,
Can I trade what's behind door number 1 for?
No.
No.
What you did is you just opened up Pandora's attaché case.
Dark chocolate's very good for you.
Oh, I know that. That's it worked for me.
Yeah.
I've been eating. What do you call it? Dark chocolate ever since I was 6-year-old.
Oh, now the mic's falling.
No, it only fell this way.
Okay.
Okay, I found the attaché book in my attaché case. Okay, John. 20 minutes?
10 minutes left.
Oh, no, we're having a good time.
Well, sorry.
Okay. What does this say, John?
John Denver, Sunshine on My Shoulders. Adapted and illustrated by Christopher Canyon?
Yeah, okay. Elizabeth told me about this book when she knew about my John Denver because I was singing Sunshine. And she says, get this book. So I'm going to apply the songs. Now, I tell you, these songs come to me. One song I just put on my YouTube, John Denver did with the Muppets.
Yeah.
It's so intense.
I remember that.
No one like you. There's no one like you.
There's no one like you. I can't wait for a night with you. Is that not John Denver?
That's not the song, but I'll learn it. That sounds like that's the song I want to learn, wherever she is. No, well, the song has its own endearing. I like your eyes. I like your nose.
I like mine better.
I like your hands. I like your toes. There's no one like you that sees the sky, the stars the way you do. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? There's no one else in this world like you.
Oh.
And he sang that to them with the Muppets. Very endearing.
He sang that to Miss Piggy?
Well, it was the little guy. He wasn't Miss Piggy. That would have been a love song. No, it was this little guy who was having a rough time. And that's why these songs go, and that's why it goes out to everyone. Everyone, John. So that book, and I'll show him next time I'll bring it, had a CD. Okay? And the CD, I said, okay, Sunshine on My Shoulders, right?
Right.
But the first song, John, there was 2 songs on it. It's called The Music Is You. And I learned that song. It's very, music makes pictures and often tells stories, all of it magic and all of it true. And all of the pictures and all of the stories and all of the magic, the music is you.
And I think I like you singing better a cappella. Maybe you just ditch the guitar and just do. Sorry.
Thank you. I'm glad you said sorry, John. My guitar. That's another song. That's another song.
Why my guitar gently weeps?
No, John. Let's stop it now. Come on. No. This old guitar taught me to sing a love song. It taught me to go out and make new friends, and that's why I'm here with my guitar. I'm sort of ad-libbing now. So, John, that's why that Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Could you see this?
Yeah.
This do. Okay. All right, John. So in the upcoming episodes, okay, buddy?
Okay, little teaser.
All right, what is it? We talked about astronomy.
The once and future universe. Dun dun dun. National Geographic.
Now this one, someone gave me this book. They were giving away books at the library, and this guy had a whole stack of these. And this was on the top, John.
The dolphin episode of National Geographic.
And I told him
understanding one of the smartest creatures on Earth, thinking like a dolphin. Dun dun dun.
He gave me that book, and then he told me about the song because I said, part of the plan. I just see this guy the first time, and I said, and this was 3 days before I was at Felipe Park with the 3 dolphins.
Little did you know that the 3 dolphins would come out of the water.
All right, but then he gave me a song that I'm learning, John. It's by Survivor.
Dun 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 dun.
We are so good. We are so good. Yes, that's the Rocky theme. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're gonna do my backup. All right. So John, he gave me the song. When the earth.
Sorry, it's in my head now.
In the beginning, when the earth.
Do you know that if you can't get a song out of your head, you know what song you sing? "I the Tiger." "I the Tiger" will take any song out of your head.
Okay.
The question isn't how do you get "I the Tiger" out?
Listen, we only got.
Sorry, I regressed.
Okay, here we go. What is this? Listen.
Time Magazine edition, "The Power of Joy." Elevate your life, finding joy in trying times, a spiritual peak.
Oh, I like the spiritual peak.
Time Magazine edition, "Mindfulness, your path to health and happiness. Break the stress and anxiety cycle. Boost your mental strength."
Okay, now this is for our people. 50. What does that say?
99 great ways to save. 223 beat inflation.
Okay. All right. Now you know why I bought this cover.
Why are we reading these? These are teasers for the next episode. "The Power of Mindfulness. Easy ways to stay optimistic. Start the year off right."
Mindfulness.
Is
that mindful, a picture on that?
Very mindful, very mindful.
It's a lovely young lady. That's why I bought that. Okay. All right. Now, John, here's another one. Another beauty here.
"The Creativity Notebook. Inspiration, passion, connection, purpose, joy."
So if I can digest 1/10 of all this stuff.
If I can digest this kind bar with milk chocolate and
almond. All right,
I would be very happy.
All right, now, John, you remember we had a big laugh about this, John?
We've got 5 minutes left in the podcast.
Okay.
Normally, I wouldn't say that out loud, but you need to know.
I need to know. So.
Oh, it's Wacky Wednesday.
Oh, tell them the story, John.
Can we read it?
Oh, let's do that. Oh, this goes for 4 minutes.
It just happens to be Wednesday.
Well, not only that, the beauty of all things going on is the fact that when John, Trackman Casimiro, and James Whirlybird, he was amazing with the YouTube channel and stuff and streaming, we would meet on Wednesdays.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We met on Wednesdays, and
we're still meeting on Wednesday.
And so, this is my whole life is. But you know what?
Life is a Wacky Wednesday.
Well, better than doo-doo. But this is so amazing. I have a whole box. I have a whole box of Dr. Spock. Dr.
Seuss.
I have Dr. Spock too, man.
Yeah.
That you go live long and prosper.
It's not on the banned books list, is it?
I hope not. My mother raised me on Dr. Spock.
I wonder if any of the Dr. Seuss books are banned.
Probably. I have something that I will share with you that I changed the Dr. Seuss special poster that was on at Sickles High School.
Yeah.
Because it didn't rhyme.
Here in Tampa, Florida.
Yes, in Tampa, Florida. And I changed it, and it rhymed. So when I did it, it rhymed with toes and nose. I'll share that with you. But let's just Wacky Wednesday. When I saw this, I said, I have to get it.
Can I read it?
Oh, please, John. Please, buddy, man.
All right, let's see how far we can get through here. Okay. Wacky Wednesday by Dr. Seuss. Okay. It all began with a shoe on the wall. A shoe on the wall shouldn't be there at all. Then I looked up and said, oh man, that's how Wacky Wednesday began. I looked out the window and I said, gee, many things were wacky, and I saw 3.
John, James, and Bill.
I went down the hall and I said, hey, these are more things are wacky today. And there's like pictures of candy canes holding up shelves, and there's 2 doorknobs on the door. In the bathroom, there were more. There was a fish in a bottle, and there's a palm tree growing out of the
toilet. I'm giving you the.
Wait, I got to get to the end.
No, we can bring it in next.
Okay. To be continued.
Yes. All right. I am so fortunate when I bring my guitar and my books when I'm teaching, and this is Mr. Bill's Adventures.
Oh, Mr. Bill's Adventures. It's a whole experience.
Yes, and
is it Bill's experience? It's Mr. Bill's experience.
But it's Mr. Bill's Adventures too, because
you know what happens when Mr. Bill comes to town?
No, I don't know.
You say, oh
no. They say, oh yeah. No, the kids.
That's a different Mr. Bill, huh?
Yes, because the kids reach out. I have a cult following. They call me Mr. Bill. I see them across the street. I'm getting into my, the parking. I said, Mr. Bill. I have such a wide, and they give me apples.
Yeah. Is there a Jock Slogo?
What?
Jock Slogo? Never mind.
No.
I keep reverting back to the Saturday night.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. So they give me sliced apples now. They don't give you a full apple. They come in a little plastic container and the chocolate milk and stuff. So I'm available to perform and talk about fun things and my music. And so these are things that's going to happen. But I'm going to share something with you. Where I wrote my book, the second book, at the Town and Country Library, they're putting the book on the shelf with an inscription that I wrote.
Oh, American Dreamer is now available at the library.
And I also gave a copy to the main library in Tampa downtown. And I'm going to also over in Pinellas.
Let's get to Clearwater, yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to share things with you as I start writing the book, excerpts from that. It worked for me. And I really believe that I've been very fortunate because the people that have come into my lives, with my family, loved ones, and friends, made me who I am. And I have to give back.
You're going to give back.
It's part of my DNA.
Yeah.
and this
I want to
opportunity.
know when I'm going to get something back.
You are right now, John. This is good stuff. Anyway, the people here at the Tampa Bay Community Network are doing amazing things, and I'm going to be giving back because I'm going to share my adventures and good things with
By
them.
the way, if you're a Hillsborough County resident of Hillsborough County, Florida, you can come to Tampa Bay Community Network in the University Mall for, you going to cough in the middle of my plug? You could come to Tampa Bay Community Network in the University Mall in Tampa for free video production training. Free. Absolutely free.
And I'll help you.
Okay, well, Bill,
I'm
cough it up.
sending out the word.
Maybe we ought to end the podcast because you're having a coughing fit.
That was my horn. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Come here.
Yeah, we can't go. Now we know we can't go further than an hour because you'll start coughing.
John, I love you guys, and I'm really glad.
You want me to finish it for you because you're having a hard time?
Go ahead and I'll
Okay.
close.
So tune in actually in 2 weeks, and we'll have another episode of the American Dreamer Show. We might even have it up on YouTube live. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
So this is Bill Sefekar, as part of the Bill Sefekar experience that you've witnessed or at least heard about. We'll witness on the video cameras next time. I've been very fortunate. I've been called Legacy Keeper, author, musician, educator, motivational speaker. You can find me on.
You should see what we call you when you're not around.
I like to hear that. But I'm the American Dreamer because this was handed down after all these years working with my dad, American Dreamer. I think I've been bequeathed this.
Yes.
So I'm dreaming. I want you to be part of the dreams. Make your own dreams, and we'll follow on together. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you next time.